Good Monday morning, everybody. Um, as usual, I do not know if this is. There we go. I think I'm on. So, good morning, happy Monday, and I think we're on day 16, week 16 of our low carb vegan adventure journey, whatever you want to call it. It's been an adventure, our journey, right? So, my weight loss for the last 2 weeks has been about another 7 pounds. Um, I was keeping track of my weight daily so I could kind of keep track of the ups and downs of it. But I'm losing steadily, so I just don't feel the urge to do that anymore. So I'm only weighing on Mondays now, and it's 7 pounds difference from 2 weeks ago. And I didn't do a video last week because I went to California for a few days and had some fun in the sun with my child and my grandchild, and it was very needed. I loved it. We had such a good time. So there was a few things that I wanted to talk about today about the whole low carb thing. So now, low carb is not for everybody. Okay, there are plenty of people out there that can process carbs and starches just fine. My youngest daughter is one of them. My youngest daughter, the other day we figured it out. It was like 300 some carbs in one day. She's very tiny. It doesn't put weight on her. She doesn't have insulin resistance. She doesn't have any kind of problems with her blood sugars, her blood pressure, anything like that. She's in her 30s, and she can process pretty much all foods fine. Like eat duck, right? That wasn't my thing. Even in my 20s and 30s, I could not process carbs the way this kid does. So it's going to be different for everybody. Not everybody needs to go low carb. I ran into a person the other day who asked me if I thought everybody should be living a carb-free lifestyle. I said absolutely not, because if I could process breads and pastries and all the junk that she could process, I wouldn't be living a carb-free life. That's just that's honestly part of it. But I'm also honest enough and aware enough, self-aware enough to know that I cannot process carbs the way that she does. So, do I think I'll ever be able to process carbs like that? I don't know. There is some science out there that backs up the idea that when you have went low carb for long enough, you can kind of reset everything and you get down to the weight you desire. Everything's running smoothly. That you can add a little bit of carbs back here and there. That's what I'm hoping for. I know that one of the first things that I'll ever add back that I want is beans. I love beans, so I will add beans back into my diet. From beans, I will probably add some oatmeal back into my diet. I will start out with whole grains and whole carbs, whole carb foods, like butternut squash. I love it. That's something that I'll definitely be adding back. Will I add back white flour? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that whole idea yet. I know that I feel so good not eating those things that I'm not gonna add them back if they're gonna in any kind of way hurt my body. So right now I just don't know how I feel about that. I will probably never add back in sugar. Probably me and sugar have divorced at this point. I mean, we didn't just break up, we actually divorced. I don't think I'll ever add back sugar because the sugar is so toxic for my body as an individual that I just don't think it's something I'm going to be able to add back into my diet. I don't even think it's something I want to add back into my diet. Right now it's so easy going through the days not craving sweets, not wanting sweets, not it's just so easy that I can't see wanting to get back onto that cycle again of eating sweets, craving sweets, eating sweets, craving sweets, which is what it always did to me. So I don't know how I could add that back in a way that would make sense to me. But I will be adding some whole food carbs eventually. So, hopefully that will go well. I have a few people in our group right now, one specific person who is on doing our maintenance plan to see how it's working out. And so far, she's doing really good. She's managed to add back in, the healthy carbs, the beans, and the higher carb vegetables and stuff, and she's doing really well on it. And I will be in maintenance in about, I'd say within 2 months. My birthday is the end of May, and originally that was what I was shooting for, was to be in maintenance by my birthday. Not quite sure if I'll make that happen, but it'll be close to it. So I'm still really looking forward to it. Um, the other day, we had some people in our group. We have a group on Facebook, low carb vegan slash keto-ish, just like the website here. And they kind of got upset about the fact that they don't think people are eating enough calories in our group. Well, there's a lot of new information out there. There's a lot of a lot of long-term studies that have been done. And I don't personally worry about calories that much. I just don't. When I eat until I'm satisfied. And when I'm done, I'm done. I don't worry about the calories I'm eating. I know that I eat fewer calories than what most people think you're supposed to eat, but I feel great. I have great blood work. I just had my blood work done 2 weeks ago. Everything was perfect. My doctor is thrilled with me. I'm just not going to worry about it. I have plenty of energy. I sleep well. And like I said, I had great blood work. So calories, I just don't worry that much about it. If I was eating 3 or 4 thousand calories a day, I would be worried about that. But eating 900, 1200, even 600 on some days, I'm not gonna worry about it as long as I feel good. Because, okay, here's one reason why. People who have the gastric bypasses and the stomach surgeries for weight loss, some of them only eat 400 and 600 calories a day, and they're expected to live on that for the rest of their lives. So, again, I'm just not gonna worry about it. If you are worried about it, then by all means, eat more. That's how I feel about that. Okay, so all right, everybody, have a good day, have a good week. Stick to your plan, whatever it is, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.